fuego, hot, fuego, fuego, it's hot, fuego, caliente, fuego, hot, fuego, fuego, it's hot, fuego, it's hot, fuego, hot, fuego, fuego, hot, fuego, caliente, fuego, hot, fuego, fuego, it's hot, fuego, caliente, fuego, hot, fuego, fuego, it's hot, fuego, caliente, fuego, hot, fuego, fuego, it's hot, fuego, it's hot. These itching with the ticks, I can teach arithmetics. John Wick with the stick, hit man with the shits.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the Naked Truth, your political hip-hop outlet. I'm Jimmy the Square Guy, the one that talk fly to you before he lie to you.
And I'm Jay Renee with always something to say.
Ooh, I like that. You got something to say today?
Depends. What's the topic?
We got plenty good ones. Don't know if we're going to get to them all. We got some pretty good topics, though.
All right. I'm ready for you.
Shh. Hey, you hear about this guy? What's the guy play on Power? Not Power, what is that?
Empire.
Empire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, about that, I was looking at some of that on TV today before I got here. I was watching TMZ and recently found out that supposedly 2 brothers set it up with him. It was staged.
Yeah.
But I don't know what to believe. I wasn't there, and I don't know. Some people say they don't know if he's telling the whole story. Is something missing?
Well, law enforcement has errors in it. But one thing I can say about them, they're going to do their homework.
Yeah.
So it's some truth to the fact that it was staged.
Right.
Now, whether he did it or they did it on their own, whatnot, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But they say that he's lying, it was staged and whatnot. Also, I was talking to a dude last night at work. And what makes this so bad is that these are some older guys. When I say older guys, I mean 40s and 50s. I heard the guy say, I forgot how the conversation came about, but they said, yo man, this is Black History Month, and white folks gave us the shortest month there was in the year to celebrate Black history. And I was like, man, the white folks didn't give us February. Yeah, they did, man. They gave us the shortest month that was to celebrate all the time. And after all we contribute to this country, all we get is 28 days to celebrate ourselves. But that ain't why we got, do you know why we got Black History Month in February? No, it's...
To be honest, no, I don't know why they chose February, so no.
Well, let me tell you, and for all the people out there that don't know, in 1926, I think his name is Carter G. Woodson. He announced that the second week in February was the celebration of Black history. And the fact that it was Frederick Douglass' birthday also in February, it just carried on, they just left it like that. And now I don't know if we did it or did the white people do it, and just out of honor, they just say the whole month is Black History Month. But actually, Carter G. Woodson said the first 2 weeks of February was the celebration of Black history. Black history times. So that's where we get it from. White people didn't do that to us. Anything we did to ourselves.
Well, what I would say is just to make the most of what you can and make yourself aware and knowledgeable of the information that is available, and just stay up on your knowledge. Stay woke, like they keep saying.
That's true. But it kind of hurt me to see somebody that age didn't know. Well, these guys in their 40s and 50s and 60 years of age and don't know. So I'll be wondering, what are you passing on to your grandkids?
But I didn't know why they chose February. I just had to learn myself. But like I said, just get your knowledge up.
Well, and age is age. You know, it's not an excuse for your age. But okay, you didn't know. When I was young, I didn't know. I just recently found out a couple years ago. But to say, to be that age and you don't know, you passing it on to your grandkids, I just think that's an embarrassment. That's just my opinion. But you know, that's TNT for the day. We can go on and on about it. I had some more stuff I want to talk about, but the fact that it was Black History Month, I wanted to get that out.
Right.
Especially when it came up at work last night. So, everybody know now, white people did not give us 28 days to celebrate our history. They came from Carter G. Woodson in 1926 when it was established. And the fact that it's Frederick Douglass' birthday, that's why the entire month of February is celebrated as Black History Month. So now y'all have it.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Oh, you're welcome. Anything else you would like to know?
No, but if you got some more knowledge to throw out there, I'll take it.
Oh, I got some. But now, they say the game meant to be sold, not told. I don't give you everything free. You know what I'm saying? It might cost you a little. It might cost you a lot. But it's gonna cost you. Yeah. Yep. I can't give it to you free all the time.
I've been around you too long.
All right, look, we got a good guest in here today too. Have you ever met that dude?
No, I haven't.
Okay, you're gonna be here in 3 minutes. I call him Kid Kane, that little baby face he got. I think if he had his beard, mustache, I'd DM everywhere he go. But we got Eddie Kane in the house today, and we have to bring him in now. Come on in, Mr. Kane. Yep. There he is, y'all. Mr. Kane. The man himself, Houston owned Mr. Eddie Kane. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good. Okay. Y'all hear me?
Oh, yeah, they can hear you. You talk pretty loud.
All right. Okay.
What's up, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm all right.
How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you.
Good.
Welcome.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
And we're glad to have you on here.
Thank you.
We're a new show. We're trying to get established. We're gonna get established.
I know that's right.
You know.
Yeah.
But we just showing Houston love.
Yes.
Trying to be the TMZ of Houston and
That's
a lot of
right.
other
We
things.
can do that.
We gonna do it.
We got a lot of talk to talk about, I see.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
In fact, we let our guests chime in on today's topic.
Okay.
What do you think about that situation with the guy on
Empire?
I keep missing his name.
I don't know
Empire.
why. Okay, Jussie Smollett. Actually, he's the brother of Journey Smollett, who I've actually followed Journey Smollett since she was on Full House as a little girl, played Michelle's friend.
And I just remember from Eve's Body. Remember she was on there too?
She was also on there. She's a great actress. A lot of my Facebook friends actually know my opinions about the Jussie Smollett situation. I done lost about 3 friends. I done got blocked a couple of times.
Okay, time out. I don't know. What's your comment?
Okay, so when it first initially came out, I jumped on the bandwagon like everybody else. Justice for Jussie, this, whatever it is. How can they do this? This is 2019. We just got in this year. What happened?
Mm-hmm.
So of course I let my emotions get the best of me, and I jumped like most people would have done after hearing that story.
Mm-hmm.
When the first time the red flag hit was when he did not give up his phone. I said, wait a minute.
Yeah,
because my thing is, if I got attacked by I don't care who you are, make America great again, whatever, people from the hood, whatever it is, some Hispanic people, whoever I got attacked by, and the police officer said, I need to see your phone. You can have the phone. I'll go give me a cheap phone from Walmart if somebody needs calls. I got Facebook, I have Instagram, I can use my computer, my laptop, whatever. But I'm gonna give you the phone because right now justice has to be served. When he did not give up the phone, that was the one red flag.
Right, and his excuse was that he had his partner's information in there, business affairs,
Cast members.
Exactly. He said exactly. I would give up the information knowing that they would have to take confidence in my privacy.
Yes.
So they wouldn't just be splurging out your information.
And they would do that.
Up.
And my thing is, what kind of, we already know you're gay. So I mean, there's nothing that
that's shocking. And
they found out whatever it is because they have to do a confidentiality on that. They wanted to find out that you were on the phone with your manager. Second red flag was that he said, I was on the phone with my manager during the attack. But then you turned around and said that
the phone fell out of his
that
pocket.
He was punching, he was fighting back. So you fought back, you kept the sandwich in your hand.
A sandwich?
He went to Subway. So he gave the whole new meaning to Cold Cut Trio because 3 people was involved. Yes, they were. And so, you see the shade?
Call me slow, but I just caught it.
I'm telling you, some of y'all will catch it on the way home. So, when he did that, you ate your sandwich. You ate your sandwich. Because my thing is, I got my tail whooped. I'm not hungry at that time. I'm frantic, everything. You ate your sandwich. It took you 40 minutes for you to call the police. When they came down there, you said turn the body cams off. So my thing is, it's just things that was just, it was so many holes in the story that was not making sense. And then here's the thing, I do not support Donald Trump. I will say that I don't care. I don't really
You
support.
just lost about another 100 fans.
That's cool. They weren't my fans anyway. If you heard the songs, you'll know. But I don't support Make America Great Again
My
campaign.
God.
I don't.
My God.
However, here's my thing, and I'm going to advocate. Most of Trump's supporters and the Make America Great Again people, I don't see them standing in 2 o'clock in the morning in 9 or 20 below temperature to go and fight a black man that happened to be on Empire, that they do that. They don't even watch Empire. Let's just be real about that. Do you really see a Trump supporter going up to a black person and just I'm just gonna beat you up for no reason? Don't see that. That don't make any kind of sense when it is. So after the emotions settle down, we have to start using logic and start making inferences and say, wait a minute, something is not adding up. And so when the story just wasn't adding up, what happened is that he started getting frantic. I'm going Roberts, and I'm gonna now try to save face or whatever. But then you were digging a bigger hole than what it is for whatever it was. And then after that, then they found out it was 2 Nigerian men.
Right, two brothers.
2 brothers of Nigeria.
And they made a racial slur as well, saying make Marga or something like that.
He said he thought they was white at first, but he said that they had masks on.
Masks, but all he could see was this.
But you can hear a Nigerian person's accent and say, wait a minute, my parents are from Nigeria. Trust me, I know the accent.
Time out.
Yeah.
Even if they didn't say a word, if I have a mask on, if you have a mask on, dark as it is, I know if my attacker was black or white.
You would know it.
I know they wasn't fully covered to the hands.
Yeah.
Come on now,
Because they had them on the body camera and they're not fully covered all the way.
Exactly.
But even if they shouted "Make America Great Again," Nigerian, and they were from Nigeria, so that means they had accents. How can you mistake an accented men from
American white men?
American white?
Yeah.
And they went to their house and raided. They found the mask. They found the bleach. They found the rope and tied it back where they bought the rope from at the hardware store. And they found an Empire script. They found out that one of the guys was an extra on Empire and the other one was a personal trainer of his that got him trained and ready for a video that he was going to do.
So, now, I'm not here to say he's lying. I'm not saying he's lying. I'm not saying he's telling the truth. But just because they found it, that doesn't mean that he actually had them to do that to him.
I'm glad you said that. They have personal phone records that traced they were on the phone with Jussie days before the attack.
But that could be because we worked together, and hey man, I was just trying to get some more action, make sure I get back on the scene.
So Jimmy.
So no, I'm just saying, people can. That's what lawyers do.
Yeah.
Hey, I can justify why my client was on phone call with them just days before.
But he said that he didn't know the attackers. So my thing is like,
is he saying he don't know the attackers in the sense that he didn't know who did it? Or once they said here they are, he said I don't know them because they had masks on.
When he said here, that when they showed the body cam, he said that's definitely them. When they showed the camera, because the surveillance that was
on the light post too.
So that was number 2.
Out too fast when they went out there. The camera was even angled in the wrong direction.
That's what it was. So with the fight, so that was strike 2 when they couldn't find any surveillance of the fight that had allegedly had happened. So my thing is, if you're dressed up in completely from head to toe, and I don't know you, I mean, if I don't see your face, I have an idea that that's you because, of course, your senses say, is that, you said this, wait a minute, I think that's Jimmy's voice.
Not only that,
you know what I'm saying?
In addition to that, who gonna be walking the street dressed up like that? Somebody gonna say something anyway. These dudes gonna do something. These dudes are gonna do something. If I see you in my neighborhood with a ski mask on, fully body cover like that, I'm calling the law.
And you talking about, oh, hey, Empire. Then he said, hey, I don't want to say the word, but that, whatever. And then he said, oh, I turned around here, and he said, what the F did you say? This is Jussie. And then they were like that. So you telling me that at 9-degree weather at 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 guys have come up to me to try to fight me. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna go back, and them dudes look big too. They were big. They were huge.
Oh yeah, they were huge.
And here's the thing: one of my cousins who lives in Chicago actually knows them because they have. He goes to the gym that they work at, and they do that. And so I was like, what is this going on? So, needless what I say, because a lot of people were. I was being attacked by a few people saying that I was jealous of Jussie. Because Jussie has a music career and I don't, which is a lie because I don't know one song from Jussie Smollett, and that I'm envious of Jussie because he has this and I'm trying to reach where he has. I'm not envious of anything. What I'm not going to do is defend a lie. I don't believe in doing that because my thing is people that will, if you can make up a story like that and you have no conscience, you're a very dangerous person. And I don't deal with that kind of thing. Is there's a lot of racial tension going on. There's a lot of hate going on from both sides. And now you have made this thing, well, actually the funny thing is you made it work against you because now this is the first time where white people, gay people, black people, everybody come together on your tail because you're lying. So my thing is,
Do you think that's going to hurt his career? If
his career is done, bro. So
if they actually find out that you lied, that
done.
you actually staged this, you think his career
He's done.
I think so.
Because my thing is, you didn't have much of a career to begin with. Because before Empire, who was he?
And what's your motive for doing all
He
this?
was I guess he was trying to be a martyr for the black gay community. That's what I believe that he was trying to do. And I feel like it backfired on him. We don't need you to be a martyr for the black and gay community. If you want to be an activist, do that. But for you to put your career and everything at risk to prove what kind of point did you try to do and what was that for? You know, and my thing is, oh, then you have these other people who are just like, oh, well, we need to feel sympathy. See, here's the same thing with the R. Kelly situation, which I'm going to get to as well with that. I can't have sympathy for you when you're not honest about what's going on. My thing is, if you come out and you just tell the truth and just say, dude, I made it up, I did this, then we can find out some way to talk about it, get you evaluated somewhere, because something has done lost up in there, because I have a degree in psychology and I can spot a line when I see it. Something has gotten lost up in there in your psyche, and let's see what kind of help we can get you. But of course, what you did is a crime, and so, hey.
Yeah, it's supposed to go to grand jury, so they'll find out.
It's not good. The same thing with R. Kelly. And found out that he got a whole nother tape going on with that situation.
Yeah, but you know that's another conversation. Okay, I'm glad you chimed in on this topic because our audience, we hoping our audience chime in too.
Okay.
And remember the number is 832 649 8406. Y'all need to call in and let us know what y'all think about that topic as well. You know, I'm not saying the man telling the truth. I'm not saying he's lying, but it's suspect. So a lot of things don't add up, and we're gonna show it in court. But if he is lying, that gay movement they have going, like you said, it's gonna set it back.
Set it back years. It's done. Like I wouldn't say it's done, but it's gonna be very, very hard, unless you know. And here's the thing, though. We're so quick. Like, let's say the table was turned, and let's say it was a white, make America great again person, and it was a Black Lives Matter, and they accused a Black Lives Matter person of beating them up, and we found out that it wasn't true. We jumping, we protesting, we doing all of these different kinds of things. But when it's twisted, now we sitting back talking about let's wait for the evidence. Well, we didn't say let's wait for the evidence on the George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin case. We didn't say that. So next time that a white officer goes out and kills a black unarmed person, let's say let's wait for the evidence. We don't do that. So my thing is let's be fair across the board. Let's be fair across, because a lie is a lie, period. And I am not a Trump supporter at the end of the day, but for you to go there and do that.
Huh? You hate this guy,
I don't hate Trump. I just don't believe in Trump's policies. I believe Trump came to do what he came to do.
Let me say this. I know it's kind of sidebar. Now, the only problem I have with what you said, and it may not apply to you.
Okay.
I'm just speaking of, in general, a lot of the people that I came in contact with. Prior to Donald Trump being president, a lot of people on Donald Trump's team. Donald Trump was down with hip hop. He was showing up at Puffy's white parties. He was doing some of the things that common black people do. the hip hop people do. Donald Trump has always, whatever he is right now, he was this prior to getting the president. And nobody disliked him really. They disliked the fact that how he was treating what's her name? From the old Rose O'Donnell show. But nobody had who?
Rosie O'Donnell.
They had no problem with Donald Trump. But now that he's
he
president,
wasn't making decisions for America at that point in time.
he still
had his private dealings with his business.
No, he's still whatever he is right now today. He was that
but
private.
you can be a star in your personal life.
I never cared for Donald Trump. I just wasn't into Donald Trump because I didn't pay attention to him like that. But my thing is with Obama with the birthright thing, and I'm like, oh, okay, now that's what you want to do. So our first black president, now you want to get out there and even use controversy to say if he was even an American citizen to begin with. That was when I was like, that's when I was like, okay, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I don't care. Now, hate, I don't care for his policies. I don't care for whatever that is. That wall is a joke, whatever. That's just what it is. It is what it is. Call it what it is with that.
Okay. That's our TNT for the day. And that's Mr. Eddie Kane. I call him Get Kane with that baby face. That's Mr. Eddie Kane going in. Okay. You know why he doesn't support Trump and why he feel like, what's the guy's name?
Jussie Smollett.
Jussie Smollett is lying.
Yes.
And you think his career is over with? You do too, Renee?
I think his career is over if he's lying. I don't want to just go with everybody and just say he's lying, he's lying. The supporting evidence is pointing towards a lie, so we'll see.
Time will tell. But right now, we got Mr. Kane in the house. He got his music. He finna tell y'all some
things going on.
Some things.
Going on. I can't say what I'm tired of. Worse. So, you ready?
Hey, I'm ready.
So this is my second CD. Hey, right here. It's called. Y'all got it.
You can see it.
It's called Musical Phenomenon. And this is my second project that I brought out. The first one does not have. I don't have this. Here's the first one.
I think I interviewed you for the first one, didn't I?
You did interview for me for the first one. So now
we was at GMT Radio.
Yeah, it was at GMT.
Which I ain't hating on. Shout out to GMT Radio.
You interviewed me for the second one too. I actually did that the day it came out. So. Let me just give a little background story. I started recording my own projects in 2017. So the first album came out August 2017. I liked it, was cool. I was ready to go back into the studio, do that in 2018, and it was pretty much of a journey. In 2018, it was bittersweet, but I did love it. In the midst of the second album recording. I had to fire my producer. I don't care.
And I hear a lot of that today.
Yeah, no, because he was stealing from me. And my thing is, and the funny thing, and that's why I guess I'm so adamant about liars, because my thing is, when I found out that you lied on everything, then I went back and I was like, because it's funny thing, because my cousin is a lawyer, but he sings now, and he's actually going to be on as in one of my videos. And so I referred him to work with this producer. And so because he's a lawyer, you know, lawyers are so paperwork, bam. He's like, Eddie, did you get a ASCAP? Did you do this? Wait a minute, he's doing this. Did you? I'm like, wait a minute. So my denial said, I don't think he would be doing that. And then when I found out all of the stuff, and then when I found out one thing, when it rains, it pours, then I go back and found out you were doing this. So what happened was, as I gave him advance money for the studio, and I found out that you went ghost for about 2 weeks, I went ahead and took it upon myself to go ahead and record pretty much the album on my own. I had to borrow money from my brother. I had to go take out a whole nother credit card. I had to do all of these different things to go ahead and do it. But I went ahead and finished. So what happened was, he was like, well, I'm ready, you know, after a month, I'm ready to record. I said, brother, I'm done. I had finished the whole thing. I don't need you. Even on the first record, you didn't do anything anyway. I wrote everything myself. I produced everything myself. You just sat on your phone the whole time and tried to take producing credit. You weren't going to do that with that. So that was a good thing that I did. And so pretty much you was fired and didn't know that you were. And so, of course, and here's the thing, though. And I forgave. I said, you know what? I forgave. You know, I said, okay, since right now you owe me $450, why don't we use that and, you know, do a video with that or whatever. This dude lied and said that the video guy moved to LA. I promise to God. and that in order for us to do the video, I have to pay you him $300 up top in order for him to come back from LA. So me and the other guy that was doing the song together, we were like, no, we're not gonna do it. We're gonna work with somebody else for the video. No, we ain't gonna do this kind of thing. So anyway,
is videos that cheap now?
Here's the thing.
We pay $300-400. Videos that cheap.
But here's
so technology done that.
Here's the thing. He charged me. It was supposed to be $600. But here's the thing. The video guy was only supposed to get $100 because this guy was new. He didn't know what was going on. He was young or whatever. He wouldn't get anything from the videos that we were doing. So anyway, I found out. So he took this guy, the producer or whatever that was in charge of my project. The first video we did, of course, he's secretly mad at me. So he took that video down. And because it was on his private page, I couldn't get it back. I'm contacting the video guy. Wait a minute, where's the video? I went on Instagram, I went on Facebook. He had his number on Instagram, this is the video guy. I finally got him. I said, do you have the first video that we did? Oh, I don't have it because, you know, he said that it wasn't done and he kept it whatever. So then I'm just like, are you in LA? He's like, no. When I tell you, and the second video that we did that has my son in there was called My Son is Light Skin. My son in that video, and he was 2 turning 3 at that time. He's 4 now. He got sick in that video because the guy producer was supposed to be watching him while we were doing my shots. He went over for some snacks or whatever. So I've sacrificed so much, and then you sat and lied. So at the end of the day, why am I speaking out against it? Because I want people that are very interested in the music industry, that have a drive, that have this, to say, I don't want you to be screwed over. My thing is, when it comes to the creative process of music, I got that down. Singing, writing, I got it down. But my business side was where I lost it. And thank God for my cousin, because he's a lawyer, and so he was able, although he didn't branch into the music thing now as well, but because he sold paperwork thing, that's what helped me understand. You got to get the business side.
So have you got the business? You into your second project. So have you got the business side of it now?
I got the business. I had to now because I had to do everything myself. I had to package it myself. I had to go know how to get my ASCAP down. I had to go and put it on iTunes here. I got to do this. So it was a blessing in disguise to learn.
You actually paid for your lessons?
What lesson?
All the stuff that you learned.
Yeah, I paid for that.
Because they say the best business about is
I learned that thing, but you know, so people were like, well, what will you do, you know, if you see and this guy's from Houston, he's an artist or whatever. What will you do if you see him? Well, 2 months ago I punched you. That's what it is. I mean, on sight. You did? I would.
Oh, you would?
At that time. Now, I'm at the point where...
Can you fight?
If I have to.
Oh,
when it comes to my money, when it comes to my child, I'm fighting. Right. When it comes to my business, I'm fighting. Because my thing is, and here's the thing though, and I will never reveal the name, but people that are close to me know who I'm talking about.
Oh, that's the nigga truth. Tell it, man.
I ain't gonna reveal the name because, like I said, he gonna get what's coming to him. But here's the thing.
Can he outfight you? 1 or 2. I'm just playing with you.
Tell about as thin as this thing. What you gonna do? Please. So here's the thing. Here's the thing though. Although you tried to destroy me, I still covered you because I never gave up your name. I never did any of those different kinds of things, and I won't do it because my thing is what you reap what you sow.
Exactly.
And what you sow, you reap. My thing is you done been in the game for 8, 9 years. Don't nobody know you. Your songs ain't did nothing. You ain't doing anything. So my thing is at the end of the day, you doing all this for what? People like that don't get far.
True.
And where's he?
And you still got, though he's not even part of your project, you still got it done. And I think, you know, you put up a lot of good, fierce argument about it. And time to let them people hear some of the stuff that you so passionate about, man.
Okay, so what we gonna hear first?
It's on you.
Okay, so let's listen to Open Up My Heart. That was the first song I did when I broke away and went ahead and did this thing without old boy. And I went into the studio and I said, I'm gonna do this on my own. And I was telling the engineer, do this, change that. Ooh, I want to do this now. Ooh,
I bet you like it so much more now.
I love this so much more because I was so more in the
hands
first and the second, and don't get to. I love the first project, but I think the second project was so much stronger. I had so much more what I wanted to do. I put my heart into it. So Open Up My Heart, which actually happens to be my favorite song that I've ever recorded so far. Gives me more of like a Will Downing feel because that's who my voice is similar to, which a lot of people don't know Will Downing. But so it kind of gives you that feel, and it's a heart song, it's a heartfelt song. So.
Okay, we have to get into it right now, y'all. People,
Yay.
I think this is it. If it ain't, we'll get to the next one.
Oh no, this is Nobody Knows. Nobody Knows. Okay, well let's pause on that one then. So let's just get to Nobody Knows. Okay, so Nobody Knows is my latest video with my cousin I was just talking about, who definitely helped save me from whatever, because family come first, you know what I'm saying?
From hitting the man in the face.
No, he ain't saved me from that.
He saved me from that.
On site.
On site. There you go, Jay Renee. On site.
I'm gonna need him. James, I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need a lawyer. Okay, if I have to do. So, right.
Okay, let's get to the video right now.
That's a gospel song, and that's called Nobody Knows, and we did it in his live. So,
all right, y'all. Here y'all go, Mr. Eddie Kane. I call him Kid Kane. Here's his video. What's that? Nobody Knows.
Nobody Knows, featuring James Q. Pope.
Here we go, y'all. Well, that song is called Nobody Knows by Eddie Kane. If y'all don't know, y'all know now.
Oh, I got a clap, right?
They say nobody know. They don't know.
And the funny thing, it was so fun doing that song because I was like, okay. It was so fun doing the song because I was like, okay, when we went in the studio, we went in the booth, and then I put my part down, Then he put his part down and everything was cool. And then the funny thing is that he was like, you know what, I want to go to the studio. And he was like, I just want to go back. I wanted to do something else. I want to do like a reggae song. I just wanted to play it. I said, where's the beat? I don't know. We're just going to go in and make it up. So we go in there and we couldn't think of nothing. We're like, okay, look, why don't we just go redo our parts? Because when I did it the first time, I was a little hoarse and he didn't like what he did. So, you know, we went back and we redid some parts or whatever. We had so much fun because the thing is, I'm a very mellow singer. And he got this big old strong, rangy here. So it pushed me to have to sing. I'm like, Negro, you pushing me to just so I'm like,
he made you into some other octaves.
He did because he's I said he has the strongest voice in Houston. I don't think anybody
and what's his name again?
James Q. Pope. And he actually has
James Pope?
Pope. And he has a song on iTunes and everything online called Let Love Lift Us. And he has another project that he's working on as well. So I'm be a part of that, writing and helping with that too.
And this next one is called what?
Open Up My Heart, which is my favorite song in the world that I've done so far. Let's hear it.
Is it your favorite song because what did it come from something?
It's something.
I know a lot of artists write out of experience.
It is. My thing is not just in relationships, but just period. I have a wall I build sometimes, and I don't like to open up because you get, and it's something that not just from personal experience, but everybody can relate to. Not really wanting to open up because they've been hurt or they don't want to hurt the other person or whatever. They're scared to be vulnerable because it's like, when it happened, it was just too much.
But here's the thing. And both of you are right. Everybody's scared to open up. No one wants to be vulnerable. No one wants to get hurt. But how can you expect to ever have that significant other and become that one if you don't?
And that's
I just think that we can take a healthier risk as to where we can open up, we can be vulnerable without putting ourselves out there to get hurt.
But here's the thing, though. A lot of times you don't know if you're going to get hurt.
Right.
And so that's the honest part of you saying to whoever that you just be a little fragile and be a little patient with me on this. Because if I shut down at times or if I, act out of character or whatever, I'm just letting you know I'm growing through some things. So it's almost like you're actually being honest to say that you're scared to open up. So it's better to just put it out there and say, listen, I'm scared to open up because of what has happened or whatever, as opposed to
just acting out feelings and they're like, whoa, why are you changing?
Or cheating,
where did that come
or
from?
doing something that's just like, well, why you do that? Well, I don't know, just whatever.
But we know how we do it,
right?
Just don't want to be honest about it. For whatever reason, maybe it exposed some type of flaw in our character.
Yes,
but we know how we do it.
Or if you know everything about me, even the places that are ugly that I don't even want to talk about myself, will you still love me?
Right.
That's the thing when it says, I'm right now. I'm giving this to you. Right? I've been bruised, I've been scarred, I got some things. So, be patient with me and I'll be patient with you, and that's how we will get to that point,
Well, y'all, let's go to this other song, Open Up His Heart, because you need to open up your heart if you want so. I'm telling you right now, you keep it closed if you want to, but just a word from the wise.
Open.
Walls, connections come to building bridges, not walls.
Yeah, right.
So, closing your heart is like building a wall up.
Yeah.
It is building a wall up.
Yeah.
You need to build bridges.
Yeah.
So let's get into this next song. What is it again?
Open Up My Heart.
Open up his heart.
Yeah.
Everybody pray for Eddie Kane. Open up his heart.
Oh no, it's just I sing about a lot of things. I be trying. I try to.
I'm anxious to hear this one.
It's my favorite one. It's so emotional. Oh, that's so you said you back on Nobody Knows.
My fault, y'all. We back on the same one. Let me switch. There we go.
There we go.
Every time you look at me, I can be so hard to read. Sometimes you don't even know what's up with me. It's not that I don't care, it is 'cause I'm really scared. of getting hurt again, can't you see? I'm afraid to open up my heart. It always ends up falling is that it's hard for me to trust anyone. I wanna show my love to you. Keep my heart is hard to do. But hurt to the point I became numb. I'm afraid to open up my heart. It always ends up falling. You just have to be patient with me, 'cause it's gonna take some time for healing. When I gave my heart the last time, I damn near almost lost my mind. Afraid to open up my heart. Every time it feels like falling apart. See, I've been through hell and back. Tell me, can you handle that? I'm standing here and that's a fact. I'm afraid to open up my heart. It always ends up falling apart. Don't give up on me. Trying hard to be free. I'm getting the key.
I said nobody knows it's better. Was.
Yeah, Kane, please open up your heart. For the sake of the people.
Thank you.
For the sake of the people. Somebody tell you that the other one was better.
Nobody knows. Hey, that's cool. As long as somebody likes something.
They might relate more to the
To
other
know about
song.
the other
Yeah,
song.
I relate more to this one. I like this one because, like you said, if more people had that conversation
Yeah.
of just telling, their significant other or the person that they're dating, hey, I'm just scared, they'll have the patience or the understanding, hopefully, to proceed forward with that person knowing that they have that flaw. So,
Yeah. Yes, I mean,
I
and
like
that's
that one.
that one. I like them all. I did. I said you ain't leaving the booth with that, but I think with this one, especially when I got to like certain parts, I was like, okay. The funny thing is, on the video, I cried though. So I did, and so, but the video guy was like, how did you do that? Like, how do you do that? I said, well, I had to go into it because I act too.
You
I
do, yeah.
I actually sing, act, and dance. So I try to do it all. Yeah,
You really
but
have to take yourself to that mental
I had to take it
state.
to where it is, and it like just almost go into character when doing that. But I think I write with writing because I love writing. I said I make sure that when I'm writing something that it's. I don't like to make songs, but I like to make records. I don't know if y'all know what it is, meaning that.
Please, for the people, explain the difference.
A song is something that's here and now, and it's cool, yeah, whatever, and then, about a year or two. A record is something that stays with you, even as the years pass by, you still be like, oh yeah, right, oh, this song's still does it for me, so.
Not saying it's true, but I understand your point.
Yeah, you don't agree?
We can contest anything these days, but I understand that, but you got some comments and people say they like the other song better. But,
okay.
Hey, I like In the Club better than Pimp by 50 Cent. So it's a matter of preference. Yeah, it's a matter of preference. But, man, let me ask you this here. How long you been in Houston?
All my life, I was born and raised in Houston.
And I imagine you got a lot of friends that's in the music industry. Not in the industry, but in the game, associated with something.
Mm-hmm.
Why haven't you got your music on the radio?
Why haven't I got my music on the radio? That's a very good question. That's something I'm actually trying to work on. It's funny because like my first single that I had on the first album, which is called Groovy, and one of my church members was like, that song, he saw me actually perform it somewhere. And like, I didn't know you sang. It's like, that song needs to be on the radio. I'm like, you're right. That does need to be on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
I think, again, me not having enough knowledge to know what to do to put it on the radio, having someone who's supposed to oversee for you, pretty much lying, because your whole thing was to try to gain money and not really care about what was going on. As things unravel, I start to learn more and more about what I can do, how I can do this. I finally learned how to get my song streamed, and so before I wasn't getting barely any stream. Now it's like bam, 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 where it's even gone overseas now. So I'm trying to look at, different avenues to do it.
Awesome as the internet is today,
Mm-hmm.
good as social media is.
Yeah.
People saying they don't even sign a contract these days.
No.
I can promote myself
Mm-hmm.
without paying a dime.
Yeah.
Do you still want that big contract? Just a nigga truth, tell it like it is now. Tell it like it is. Yeah, you want it, took too long to say
No,
so.
here's the thing,
If
though.
I came with
That's
you,
a good
if I
question.
came with you a
Right.
3-year deal, or
That's what I was about to. I was about to go there.
Yeah, what?
So here's the thing. Like the artist Kim. I don't know nothing about Kim, but I got every Kim CD. I know all his songs. I know
Bad
nothing.
dude. Bad
I know
dude.
nothing about Kim. How can Kim be in the industry? And Kim done probably been in this game 2001, 2002 when Love Calls came out, which is one of my favorite songs to this day. And I know nothing about you. And you still have remained who you are, still putting out records, still doing concerts. If I can be that kind of artist, yes. If I have to compromise who I am, the songs that I sing, what my sound, my this, having to do this, then the answer will be no. Because like Monique said on that Steve Harvey show, which I was Team Monique, when her and Steve Harvey had their little discussion, I'm about the integrity of what it is. I gotta be able to make a song that I can say, yes. But if they say, we got to change your sound, we got to do, you need to look like this, we need you to have you doing like this ain't working for you, that ain't working for you. My voice is already not marketable, number one, because it's low. I have a low voice, which is good for me because it's something that's different. And so I can't go and sing what Chris Brown is singing because that works for Chris Brown.
Right.
That don't work for me.
But, again, you have so many radio stations here in Houston. Have you tried getting your music on the radio?
We are working on that as we go.
I'm saying as far as you going to the clubs, meeting DJs. I know a lot of
Yeah,
DJs.
yes, I
know a lot of
actually
DJs.
have, yeah.
And a lot of DJs who are out and about in the clubs, they get on 97.9 the Baja late at night. They get on 102 in the mix. They get on the Breakfast Club in the morning times and whatnot, do little spins.
Yeah.
They be on Fox 26 News with the Isaiah Report, and they do little spins. All those avenues. Have you pursued any of those avenues? Not those particular ones, but things similar.
We're slowly working on trying to pursue that, especially with Open Up My Heart. I really
So with your first project, none of that was done?
The first project, none of it was done because I didn't know what the hell I was doing, except for me just putting out some songs, and I didn't really know what was
you
going
really don't
on.
have to know what you're doing to just say I got a song, let me try to get it played.
Yeah, you're right.
Well,
that's not.
You kind of do it in a sense because you got to know who to talk to or where to
Yes,
take it to
take
or
it
what
to,
to go.
because-
if you're doing everything as an individual, you're just like you said, learning as you go.
And then the person that I had overseeing lied so much that, to get it on the radio, you got to pay $1,000 and you got to do that.
That's what you call payola. They pay up on the table.
Exactly. Or you got to do this or you got to do that. And meanwhile, you ain't got a song on the radio yourself, but you telling me what I'm supposed to do to get my song on the radio. So my thing is, again, open up my heart, and not just for relationships, but it's also for everything. Because my thing is, I got to know who to trust now. Because right now, I have people that were like, Eddie, you do this. Can I write for you? I'm like Mariah Carey. I don't want nobody to write for me. You can co-write. But my thing is to write, no. Only because that you can't tell my story the way that I can do it. So my thing is, when I'm not so quick to let people just take this and just, oh, okay, that's like, you gonna let somebody take your child and I don't know who you are, where you stay, what your number is. I don't know that, so I can't just leave my project to anybody to say, oh, I can da. And you find out, because you see so many people that have been burned by this business. I have know people who've been burned where I'm like, they don't even want to record no more because.
I know some artists that lost the passion for the craft because of what they've gone through.
Yeah.
Yet and still. And I know that this may sound kind of rhetorical, but again, you don't have to know a lot to just say, hey, I'm going to go to $97 box and stand outside the door. Man, can you try to play this? Because that's what I would do. I don't know nothing about the music game. I'm just saying, if I didn't, I know nightclubs. I know you walk up to a DJ, try this here. Okay, I tried. DJ here, $25, try that. Things like that. And I'm saying, I'm asking you that not to say that you haven't done it and we're not. It's just that we're talking about, you got your project, you wanted to go somewhere, you got to pursue certain avenues to do that, and because you say you haven't done it with the first project, and you're in the process of doing it with this one, we throwing things out there because there's other artists that fist to make their very first song, and they need to know that. They need to know the mistake that you made, so they don't have to make them.
Mistake number one, please do your homework. That's the number one thing. As passionate as you are for your craft, also be passionate enough to study and understand the business. Understand. One of my friends that I went to school with, I went to middle school with, she's actually a songwriter. She's a singer too, but she's a songwriter. And she wrote a song. And she didn't even realize that Whitney Houston had used the song, but thank God, because she done had all her stuff together, all her credentials, all her stuff together, she's still getting paid off of that song that Whitney Houston has singing. I'm talking about Tammy.
Let me get a number out here. The number is 832-649-8406. Y'all can call in right now and talk to Mr. Eddie Kane, aka Kit Kane.
I'm gonna use
call Kit Kane.
I'm gonna use it now.
Again, 832-649-8406. Call in, let us know what y'all think about his 2 songs. Got any advice for him? You want to book him? Or you just want to comment on the TNT for today? Call in, let y'all know what's going on. Let us know what's going on out there. And we got to wind down, man. Anything you want to tell the people?
You can support me. You can get my projects, of course, it's Eddie Kane, EDDIE, Kane, K-I-N.
AKA Kit Kane.
I
gave it name.
Everywhere online, anywhere online, you can support the videos going on YouTube. Purchase, support. My Facebook page is Eddie Kane. My Instagram is Edo128, EDDO128. So, anytime, any support, any constructive feedback, if that's fine, I listen to it. As I treat it like meat. I eat the meat, I like fish, eat the meat and spit out the bones. So whatever it is, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for supporting.
That boy, Eddie Kane. Man, you got anything coming up for shows, anything? Last time I interviewed you, you was going to that Carol, baby.
I was promoting this on Carol, so I was doing a listening party in Carol's. But I do happen to have that. I am working on the 3rd one. I'm gonna take my time with this 3rd project that I'm working on with that. I'm also I've just been. I just got a role at an independent film that I'll be doing. So I'll learn. I'll be learning more about that. I don't know much about it right now. Because here it is. The video guy that I work with, he's actually also an actor too. So he just did an independent film, and he was like, Eddie, I like how you do your thing and everything like that. And so he was like, I have a project for you that I want you to be a part of. So I'm gonna actually be getting this role tonight. And I will be seeing more about it, and so I will.
Is this a play?
No, we on film. This is
because I know a play that they should start filming for also.
No film. This is like a movie, a play, or whatever. And I've done
You got to show
plays.
out. No, it's
But I've done stage plays. I've done stage plays.
This
And
ain't
so
this ain't no
this
play.
is new
This
for
a
me.
movie.
No, this is new for me. So I'm actually really excited about
You
that.
see, Jay, when you see that, just do that in the office. Nah, this ain't no play. Okay, y'all, he doing a movie.
Yes.
Okay, but lastly, I do want to ask you. You said you're working on a third project. Do
Yeah.
you see yourself moving forward with that on a team of people that you can maybe trust, or are you just happy going at it independently?
I would like to have a team of people that I can trust. I don't really need a team as far as the writing and producing, but as far as maybe packaging, marketing, or whatever. So I'm looking into certain people. I'm actually doing some contacts with certain folk on what I can do to maybe push it out a little bit more and a little bit further with that. So I'm definitely, as I learn more, I'm going to do more at that time. So yes.
Let me hit this, Renee, before we go. I understand what you mean. You say you really don't need one, but actually, you do need a team. Because actually, it's like a board of directors. And I was told this recently.
Yeah.
The reason they have board of directors is because when business propositions come, you see things from your perspective, and you may miss something that Renee would pick up or Jimmy would pick up on. They say, okay, you're right, Kane, that's good, but you got to think about this part too, because this can be the backlash of that. So, like Nipsey Hussle, and that's one dude I just really respect in the game right now, because that man out there grinding hard than his mother out there in LA, and he got a hell of a team. He got a promotion team. Everything he needed, he got. His team made him who he was, but he put the people around him that he can support, the people that he can trust, like they were just saying. So I know you want to go at it independently, but I think you do need a team.
I do. I agree.
People, just people you
I
can
agree.
trust.
and I think that
And don't have to be a big team.
it doesn't have to be a big team. But here's the thing: I believe I do have a team because the video guy that that supposed to allegedly moved to LA, now he does all my videos, and now he's the one that got me onto this independent film. I do have my cousin that I work with, so I mean that's also could be part of a team as well. So I think that what happens is that as the Lord is, I don't want to preach, but as he sees, me being worthy of those things or whatever, things are happening. So it's like, bam, oh, you can do it. And so it's not something where I'm going out here trying to scavenge or hunt for a team, but it's like it's happening. And as one door, as that happens, other doors happen, and God brings other people my way to then help and then to do those kinds of things.
Well, man, that's true, and but I wish you the best on this project, your third project, and anything else you got going for it. I interviewed you once, and it was a good interview, so I had to get you back in. Now I'm doing my own thing now. But before we go, I want to give a shout out to Kroger's Food Store. Remember, they're giving free cholesterol checks. So go over there. You too, Kane. I don't know what you came to that door eating, and you ran to the bathroom.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Out there. When you ran to the bathroom,
I had to get my face together so you can say Kane.
You was in a rush. You say, ooh. So whatever you was eating,
I was opening up my heart.
And something else you open up too. Whatever it was, it got you going. So you need to go get your cholesterol check. It's free. Go get cholesterol check. Go over there and get it free. And remember, the word for the day is plan your life as though you would live forever.
Yes.
But live every day as if you would die tomorrow. And that's the naked truth. I'm Jimmy the Square Guy, the one to talk fly T for lie to you on your political hip hop outlet. And I'm my boy here. Kid Kane and my girl
Jay Renee.
And we can't forget Millian, the philosopher, man.
Yeah.
He all fresh to death, got his hair done.
Fresh.
Look at him.
What up, world?
He done got paid today, y'all, so he got his hair done.
What's up, man?
He got his hair done. What's up, man? Let people see your hair, man. Who cut your hair?
You already know.
Tell him I did. Tell him I did.
Shout out International G Wire Cuts for the cut. You feel me? Y'all go follow him on Instagram. Shout out the Naked Truth. Shout out my co-host. Shout out Eddie Kane coming through for the interview. You know, y'all need to get on this, man. Follow us live Facebook, 5:30 to 6:30. Jimmy Pavani Studios, man. Y'all make sure y'all following that on Facebook. We live, lit show. Thank y'all, world.
And that's it. We will see y'all Wednesday. And we got a special show coming up too, man. Special show coming up Sunday. But we out here, y'all.
Fuego, hot, fuego. Fuego, it's hot, fuego. Fuego, hot, fuego. Fuego, it's hot, fuego. It's hot, fuego, hot, fuego. Fuego, hot.
This is so good.
Josh has nothing he say.
right.
He will put you on blast.
I know he
every
will.
time.
I love it though. It's so spontaneous. Jimmy, I enjoy this. I know my phone have probably died on me. I know it's still held on. All these people that joined in on me. What?
I'll be back.
Yeah.
Give me your key to go to the
Thank y'all so much. Now I gotta go sing. I should have said that at the local seat.
Are you staying around, hanging around for a few minutes?
You want me to?
Well, yeah, just so convenient, just so we're about to
Okay, let me just go give him a phone.